Again, it's not Thursday. Usually you guys obviously didn't want to work tomorrow. I'll be here. But really, we've had a good week this week in how we've practiced and preparation. You can see it in our guys reacting to things that Oregon State does very well, and hopefully we'll keep that intensity tomorrow and through Friday.
What's the key to stopping Nall, pretty good running back?
Well, I think whenever you see him get stopped, there's a lot of people hitting him, and you got to, I went back, watched last year's game, and obviously he had a good football game, and we got to do a good job, again, fitting the run. You've heard that enough, but and getting bodies to the ball, and that means getting off blocks and really using your eyes not to get screwed up with all the smoke and mirrors with all the motions and shifts.
Nick Aliotti can tell you the down and distance of every play from the '94 game. Do you remember anything about that day?
Nah, I don't know. Shoot, there's been a lot of games.
Can you sense a different vibe to this game, though, than the other 11?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a great rivalry in this country. And I've been fortunate to coach in a couple other ones that are pretty big. But no, I don't think there's any doubt that you go on when two schools and a state is divided to some degree, which is great, and that's what makes college football so much fun.
You were able to stop or limit Utah's quality rushing game last week. Can you kind of carry that over into what Oregon State's done well this year?
Well, I hope so. I mean, there's some similarities when you look at plays, but obviously players are different, and so hopefully we'll come out and play with the same mindset and keep swinging the bat and get after it.
The fly sweep that Oregon State runs, it's kind of one of their patented plays. They ran it with the James Rodgers and now Victor Bolden. What do you see and how do you defend that play? They seem to have a lot of success with it even when teams know it's coming.
Well, there's no doubt, and part of that is your fits. Your fits, leveraging the football, who's the support on it, who's the cutback, and who's the contained players, and how we react to it and keep on our feet. They do a great job of cutting at the point of attack, so all those things are part of it.
They've had some up and down quarterback play this year, but McMarion, threw for 5 touchdowns last week. Did you see like a huge step of improvement from him when you kind of watched the film, or was it maybe that Arizona just isn't that good, or kind of what have you seen from him the last couple of weeks?
Well, I think he throws a really good deep ball. I really, you go back and look at all their games, and I think, some quarterbacks throw really good deep balls, some don't, and he's one of the guys who really, you look at him as throwing really good deep balls.
Coach, you said you don't sleep well before games. What's keeping you up about the Oregon State Beavers?
Well, I think a lot of the things we talked about, I think Nall as a back, I think he's special. I think Bolden, he's one of those special players. Ortiz, number 42, I like how he plays, and I've told, our team, I said, I'll draft those 3 guys. I told our defense because I, as a football coach, you like how they play.
How much does it help you now that on the defensive side that Johnny Reagan is back and playing for you?
Always helps. Johnny does a great job with communication. He's one of those smart guys who really looks into the game, studies the game, and he kind of keeps everybody in the front 7 where they need to be.
Obviously a great story coming back from injury. How impressive was that to you?
Well, I thought, maybe he'd come back next year, who knew? But, it's great to have him back, and, it's impressive that he worked himself and our trainers and all the medical staff to get him back.
With this being maybe your last game of the season, what do you guys want to see the defense specifically improve on next year?
Well, I think, there's a lot we need to improve on, and I think it's a really good question, and we can't worry about what we can do after this. We got to worry about what we're doing now in the present, and we just got to keep pushing them.
What do you want to see from this defense moving forward?
Oh, I want to see them tackles number 34, number 6. Like to have a little pressure on the quarterback and do our job. Thanks, guys.
Oregon State's kind of been praised for kind of their toughness this year. Have you seen that? I mean, even though they're maybe not the most talented team in the conference, that they've been a tough team kind of throughout the year.
Well, that's Gary. I mean, that's how Coach Anderson is. I've fortunate enough to know him well enough and be around him, and that's him. I mean, that's what he's going to demand and have in his program.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.